Hi there, this is Chris from MoneyHub, and this video looks at the power comparison tool. We have a very comprehensive spreadsheet which drives our research, and just as a reference point, you can find our tables here. We've compared 5 different cities, and we've looked at standard and low users, with standard users being published in rank order, being the lowest price to the highest price. We've deduced these prices from the research within our spreadsheet, and this is what I'm going to explain how this works now. So what we've got here is we've got a whole bunch of different plans, and you can see there's Genesis, Lowbug, Mercury, there's everybody that's mentioned in our guides. We've been as comprehensive as we possibly can. One or two providers are less comfortable with us talking about their prices. That's fine. So some of them, in that regard, have excluded themselves from the research, but they're not major providers in any sense. So nothing is, missing in that regard. The most important thing is we just want people to make their own comparisons, get their own quotes, and make an informed choice. And the best way to do that is really to understand how power works. It's not easy. We've struggled with this in terms of just the best way to present it. And so we finally got there, and we're really thrilled to be able to share this research with you. We're not a comparison site that uses a whole bunch of like address driven things where you just pump in your address and some questions get answered and then you get magical quotes. We're all about the fact is these are the prices for the 5 cities that we've chosen with their different plans, and that's what's driving the research that we've come up with and the price. If I just go to a quick overview now, I'm just going to walk you through. So this is what the charges are, and these are extracted from the power companies, and then we put in any sort of discount numbers or any sort of discount or prepayment terms or early payment terms, and then we've got a summary of the prices. This is all being driven from down here. So I think this is probably the most interesting place to start. We've chosen that the average for Auckland in this example, that the average annual consumption is 9108 kilowatt hours, and we've used a tax factor being the GST of 1.15 because some companies like put their prices as GST exclusive, some of them put them as GST inclusive, so we need to compare like for like. What we've done here is we've gotten these prices, which that's the so that's the kilowatt hour price, and then we've got some levies here, and then we've just made sure that these are grossed up to include GST and everything like that. So this is pretty much just calculations, making sure that everything's on board. Where do these numbers come from? That's pretty much like the biggest question. They come from here, and where are we sourcing them from? We're sourcing them from all of the power companies. So what we do is we take screenshots. We haven't uploaded this, this document because this is just our internal workings. But every 6 months, we go through comprehensively, taking in the prices from a select number of addresses. Of course, one for Auckland, one for Hamilton, one for Wellington, one for Christchurch, and one for Dunedin. And this is what we hard code in. So we use these prices as like a best example and separate them into standard users as well as low users, so that we properly have a complete list. And then from that, that's what we populate our spreadsheet with. So what you can see here is that these are the prices that really matter, and these are what drive the total price. So to get, when we're talking about this is the price here, that's really coming down on what's the annual usage charge plus the annual fixed charge, and then we're looking at any discounts, and then that's what it comes to, and then we're going to add on any GST if that's needed. So we've also shown the monthly inclusive of GST, and then the monthly annual. So what this means is that for every plan and every power company, you'll find the name of it, then you'll find the total annual price. We haven't done it per month. we find it just much more sort of user friendly to be showing an annual price so people can work out what the difference will be from the examples. And then we say if it's going to be an open term or if it's a fixed term. If it's a fixed term, then we give the 12 months. And if it's a fixed term, which is 24 months, we also say, or sometimes it's 36 months. So we'll always state that. The other thing is we also apply any discount because we believe that people who are offered these discounts will use them. And so that's why these are applied. If you're not going to use the discounts, we've stated what these are, then that is going to make them like more expensive. But that's just worth noting that this is why the prices are what they are. So, for example, on this contact energy, there's a 2% energy discount. This discount is driven because it's a fixed plan, and there's so many things like this. I mean, there's so many providers, there's so many different. This plan has this discount, or this plan has these rates, and they include GST, whereas this one doesn't, and blah blah blah. So it's very, very complicated. We've done our best to make it incredibly simple, and we're really happy with the results. So what we find here is that with these results, we then take all these and then we order them based on what's highest and what's lowest, and then that forms our tables. So we effectively transpose those using using the ranking tables here, and then and then we'll sort those out. So those are all sorted. If I just zoom in, much more helpful. You can see that this has just come, and this of course is an example. Well, these are examples from October 2022, but it's the same process as we go on a month after month or like every 6 months. So then we've separated the discounts, so we've explained what these are, and you can see, what these apply to. So of course, discount 5 would be a $250 credit, which we've applied, and then a 2% off for e-billing and direct debit. So that's for a Mercury standard. That may not be applying by the time that you see it. They may change the terms, but we'll always apply those discounts. So it's really important to know that these are the lowest prices that you can get because everybody is going to be, we make the assumption that everyone's going to get the discounts. Otherwise, it's harder to compare. And we wanted to make it fairer to the energy companies who offer these discounts. So that's how the process works. And the key drivers are always going to be the variable price plus the daily charge. So how much the power costs per kilowatt hour plus the daily charge of just having a connection. What we strongly suggest you do is go and get quotes. We've got all of the providers here. You can link, and they link straight out to the quote setup. So you'll be able to put in your details, get the quotes, and then go from there. We do also suggest having a comprehensive read of our guide because it is very, very useful in terms of the information you can learn about electricity. But for now, we wanted to do very comprehensive tables, make sure everything's clear with whether or not it's a contract or not. We understand that a 24-month or a 36-month contract won't appeal to everybody. Plus, you can also see that some of the prices, just because they're open contracts, it doesn't make them so much more expensive than even the fixed ones. And sometimes fixed ones cost more than open ones. So you're getting flexibility with an open one, and fixed not so beneficial unless you have reasons for locking in power prices. So thanks very much for watching. So as I previously said, you can download this comprehensive spreadsheet throughout the MoneyHub website. You can do with it what you will, but we just wanted to explain how it works. These are the fields which we're updating, every 6 months, based on the different plans, and then then everything else is driven down below, based on the mathematical formula to get, an annual price and then a monthly price, and then we order it from there. Thank you very much for watching. And if you do have any comments or any suggestions about our methodology or any sort of questions at all, please leave them down below. We're very responsive to comments, especially around electricity pricing, because we want to get as many people, fully understanding it as possible. It's not a straightforward area, and we've taken a lot of time to get this far, and we know that it's well above the capabilities of most people who wouldn't be able to prepare such information or such comparison. But we want to make sure that everybody has access to the information, which we believe is like probably one of the best resources out there at this moment. Thank you so much.